All right, apparently we are live. Good afternoon, everyone. It is Tuesday, October 29th, 3 p.m. and about 13 degrees Celsius is the temperature here in Midtown, Toronto. Edward Fitzpatrick's here. Willie, Sammy Woo, Vivian Johnson, Hardjob, Miss Meow Meow, watching from Scotland. Janice Pike, Canadian Vasily, Jellybean, I Like to Walk, Saliata, Detroit Dale, John Burke, Zach McNally. I think I got you all. Thank you so much for joining us on this afternoon live stream. I say us as if there's more than me, but it's really just me. This is my first time going outside today. I have racked up a pathetic 1,722 steps so far. There's some dogs who dressed up as bees this year. I'm just standing outside the Young Eglinton Center. We'll get moving in a minute. My camera keeps yelling at me that I forgot to put an SD card in it. Oops, but I'm not going to go home and get one, so we're just going to live stream only. T says, what's the biggest difference between Toronto and Seoul, in my opinion? Well, the biggest difference is one is in Korea, the other's in Canada. Mr. Mountain Hiker is here. Hello, Mr. Mountain Hiker. Medano 1973, Pleasant Bulldog. You hope I don't run into any corn-fed mules. Young Dundas is here. Aiden Thompson McGuire. Well, that's enough with the introductions. We're gonna get moving, but I'm not gonna do the south down Yonge Street route. We're gonna make a right at Eglinton. It's a rainy, foggy day. Marcus asking what ISP I use. I use Bell Fiber. I would not use Bell or Rogers if fiber wasn't an option, but unfortunately I can either use Bell Fiber in my building or I can get Rogers piggybacking on Bell Fiber with a limited upload speed. So I just get Bell. I'm on an introductory offer. I pay like just over $50 a month. I've got 1,500 up and down, so it's pretty ridiculous. You definitely want that speed if you're doing what I do. And you'll see a little bit of this intersection featured in an upcoming video. Hazelnut is here. Eileen Dover. Edward Fitzpatrick says they just had their first fog in Paris. It's 9 p.m. there now. You know, I ordered something, speaking of Europe, off of Etsy over a week ago. I think the delivery company is Evri, E-V-R-I. And my damn package has been at London Heathrow for the last week. I paid my duty right away. I had to pay $20 shipping duty. That bloody shipping status hasn't changed. Come on, United Kingdom, up your shipping game. That's pathetic. I order shit off of AliExpress that makes its way over faster than this. And I had to pay like $80 shipping. I had to pay like $60 plus this $20 duty fee. That's the end of my rant, but EVRI shipping, fuck you, you suck. Doesn't even look like I'm going to get my thing this week. So this is west on Eglinton. Willem says, when am I going to Thailand? I've already been to Thailand this year. And I went back to Asia and didn't go there, so next year would be the earliest, I would think. Lee is here. Does Midtown get quiet at night? It gets a little quiet. Fridays and Saturdays, it's not so quiet, but and also Midtown is huge. This area is probably the most lively area in Midtown. As we are going west on the north side of Eglinton, I'm going to go south at some point, maybe on Oriole or Avenue. We'll walk down towards downtown. Deborah's here. Greetings, Deborah. Alfred Kloos is here. There's the mess that Metrolinx has made. How about opening up the crosstown already? But otherwise, it's a very nice day. Despite the rain and the fog, it's 13 degrees, but it's not that bad to walk around at all in. Miss Meow Meow says, Enrique shipping are rubbish. Let me see I have the stupid Etsy app. Why did I order something off of Etsy? It says in transit GB. Shipped with every EVRI. I don't want to show my number, but October 21st, collected from parcel shop. So that's when the guy I ordered it off of dropped it off. Customer sent via parcel shop October 21st. October 28th, processed at International Hub. It's been in that fucking airport for like 7 days now. Anyways, that's not your concern. Good luck with that package. Mike Landry, $3. Hi, Johnny, and everyone in the chat. Mr. Landry, thank you so much for the $3. Good to see you, Mike. I took the day off from YouTube, and yesterday I almost live streamed, but I saw someone else was live streaming, and that was enough motivation for me to go, nah, I'll go live tonight. Normally I don't care what other people are doing, but gave my lazy self a good excuse. Now see, this says I'm hangry. I'm well fed so far. Kaplan is here. Marge is here. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Chef Mario Cooks popping in. Welcome to Fleming College. What the hell is Fleming College? I don't want to call it a diploma mill, but that's the first thing that pops to mind when I see a place like that. And my Alexa was telling me we're going to get rain at 5 p.m. Carl Roth says we need to get Johnny walking with a female guest who wants to walk. Alright, we are going to be walking by Eglinton Park pretty soon. Mr. Mountain Hiker wants to know if he should get a pizza or make pierogies. I think you should get an articulated wooden hand, because why wouldn't you want an articulated wooden hand?
As in 50-50.
It's just about the weirdest thing I could have imagined seeing for sale as we walk along Eglinton. Soap says pizza, D Boutique 617's here. The wooden hand isn't edible. Well, isn't anything edible if you can get it down your throat? Nutritional value might be suspect on that. Wilson asking if you should go to Village on the Grange or for Chinese food or grab a shawarma. Well, if you're letting me decide, go get that shawarma. Boom breakfast. The fall colors might not be as vibrant this year, but they're still rather striking to look at. I don't think the camera is doing this justice. A bubble lemon. I had a bowl of sugar-free muesli as part 2 of my lunch. Part 1 of my lunch was 3 scrambled eggs. I've been kind of dividing lunch into 2 lighter meals for some reason lately. Tahinis and osmos are both good for shawarma. I've yet to try tahinis. I don't mind osmos. Carl Roth says it's too warm for fall colors. Well, I think this is just about the end of them. These trees are going to be bare pretty soon. Okay, I'm asking if I hand Halloween candy out at my place. Negative. No one comes by. The joys of living in an apartment building. I don't know if I'm going to go live on Halloween or not this year. I've had requests to go to Pacific Avenue, where I've been the past few years. Someone else suggested to go to the Village, where they close Church Street down and a lot of costumes come out. But look at these spectacular colors at Eglinton Park. Mr. Mountain Hiker, I don't think these Eglinton bike lanes are in danger. But the peanut brain in charge wants to rip out Bloor, University, and Young. There's a look back at the Midtown skyline. These bike lanes aren't complete though. They're not connected to anything. I know some people that don't really want to ride in them just because they disappear randomly between LRT stops. So there's still a work in progress. One more thing Metrolinx hasn't finished. Hey, we're at 345 viewers. Thank you guys. Friendly reminder to like, subscribe, hit the bell, yada yada. All that good stuff. There's Pizza Hut, and the closest thing to Square Boy we'll get in Midtown, the Burger Shack. All right, should we go down here? Maybe we'll go down Avenue. That might be the ticket. Simon Kitty says it's pouring rain in Belleville. I think we have a moderator up in Belleville. Marianne G says they think ripping out bike lanes will save taxpayer money, but they'll just put their budget towards the next mindless swap. Well, it's the province that'll be paying to rip them out with our taxpayer dollars after the city meticulously planned for years and years and finally implemented them with our taxpayer dollars. So we are paying for it. And of course, the second this moronic government gets voted out, they'll hand control back to the cities and we'll have to install them again, setting us back probably a decade of progress and a few dozen bodies 6 feet underground. Oh man, imagine the headlines the first time someone loses their life where bike lanes were ripped out or where they were planned but the province rejected them. That will 100% be blood on the province's hands. And it's a guaranteed thing to happen. But on a more positive note, the Queen's Legs has survived. Steam Whistle 875, Bose Lug Tread 875. I once knew a bartender in there. David Warren, 40 bucks. David Warren, thank you so much for the support. It is much appreciated. Thank you, David. Wow, wow, wee wah. Thank you. And I see Sanjay and Kingston's here. Welcome, Sanjay. Sophia Turkish Restaurant. Big bite, small price, $11.99. Grab your diner or doner. You get a doner wrap, fries, any canned drink. All right, we're gonna go south here on Avenue. There's Avenue Station, not yet open. Chef Mario cooks his boner deal. Oh, Twisted Metal. Sanjay's one of the OG mods. He's been around for a while. Dort 55 says, how did cyclists survive the old days? Well, a lot of them didn't. And there was a lot less of them because it wasn't as encouraged. Is it really a surprise when you let car brain run things, you have less cyclists? All I have welded steel with bronze patinas. This sculpture, all I have, represents the dreamer, the hopeful, and the hard worker. As beings, we are made up of the same anatomical components. However, underneath, we all have our different lived experiences. That's true. As Carl Sagan said, we are all stardust. So this is not a part I stream very often. I think I've only ever streamed this part of Avenue once before. On foot. I've probably done it on bike or e-scooter before. But we're going south down Avenue Road, and it's going to get interrupted by Upper Canada College. Carlos asks if I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt tomorrow. What's up with tomorrow? It says Wednesday, 21. That just might be a shorts and a t-shirt kind of day. But we are going southbound Avenue. 23 minutes into the stream, over 400 viewers. Thank you so much. And that'll be nice if we crack the 20s tomorrow. That might be bike ride worthy. Maybe I'll do that. I'll hop on the e-bike, make a video, maybe do a stream as well. I don't really know. Twisted Metal's t-shirt cutoff is 16. Jeanette is here. Good afternoon, Jeanette, down in a little city called Houstonia. Just a little bit of Halloween fun. Is that part of the Halloween decorations, or is that just a really old-ass radio? No, it's got kind of a fake aged look to it. Stressed, de-stressed. This is College View Avenue. Hey, way to run that red light, miss driving the Audi. Didn't even stop. We really should be banning rights on red lights in this city. It is absurd. That lady didn't even slow down. She just roared right through it. This would be kind of a tough area to live. If you didn't have a car, you're a bit of a walk from the nearest grocery store. You don't have frequent transit at your doorstep. You've got this busy arterial. You'd look at a map and think, oh, that's a great location, right in the middle of Midtown, but it'd be tough to get around if you didn't have a bike. For lease. Canada says their favorite YouTuber is live. It was nice to speak to you on the live stream the other night. All right, we have an apartment for rent. How much do you think the apartment in this building goes for? Let's see. Viewit.ca/D4035. This site can't be reached. Oh, maybe because I spelled it wrong. Someone's probably already looked this up and got to it way before I did. Oh, look at this. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom unit for $22.50. $22.50 for a 2-bedroom. I mean, that was not the worst deal. It would all come down to, for me, do you have good property management? And for me, that location kind of sucks. I'd probably be ordering most of my groceries through delivery. I could turn that 2nd bedroom into an OnlyFans room, right? Make some cash. I don't know who the hell the model would be. It certainly wouldn't be me. Ain't nobody paying for that. Detroit Dale, I think it's utilities extra. Most apartments these days are like that. Even my apartment, they installed meters and they tried to get everyone to switch to taking like a rent reduction, but also agreeing to pay for hydro. And I was like, no. If this was to my benefit, you would not be offering this. It's like getting an extended warranty on something. If they weren't profiting off of it, why would they offer it? This looks just like the building we just saw with a for rent sign in front of it, but it looks like it's got a new facade. And it's pretty much the exact same style and design. It look a little nicer like this. And we've made it to Chaplin Crescent. There's Upper Canada College off in the distance. And I believe this used to be another gas station just across the street here on the left. can make your way all the way over to Davisville Station by going left here. We're about to pass the Beltline Trail. They'll be part of the Beltline Trail featured in an upcoming video that I recorded on Sunday. I think that'll be on the channel on Thursday, if not Friday. The Petra says, where are we? We are in Canada, eh? That's the Beltline Trail. The colors aren't quite popping. We've got another one here. How much do you think rent goes for in this building? View it. Why can't I spell .ca/? This number's shorter. This is like someone with a old school ICQ number, B239. Remember when some people would have those 6 and 7 digit ICQ numbers? You know what? It is not finding it. Maybe one of you out there can find the rent, but I can't seem to pull it up. Now I can't get the chat back. Judy T says about $2K for a 1-bedroom. It's possible it's not really listed there. Hey, way to use that stop sign, or obey that stop sign. Alright, we gotta yield to turning vehicles here. Use your fucking indicator. Jesus Christ. Driving a BMW, of course. How am I supposed to know if you're going straight or turning? That should be like an instant lose your license, never allowed to drive again. It's like the height of selfishness. As we continue down Avenue Road this lovely day, the Forest Hill South neighborhood, just off to the west of us here. Whippy says, I remember your first apartment tour rent was $900. Was it? I'll have to rewatch that. I don't think it went up $200 in 2 years. It was $900 when I first got it. Man, this is beautiful. He says more car hate. Not more car hate, more shitty driver hate. I don't hate cars. I kind of like cars. I'll be driving in one next week. Dirk G, member for 15 months. Hello, Johnny and friends. GTSY. Dirk G. Thank you so much for 15 months of channel membership, Dirk G. So here's the $1 million question. Should we cut through Upper Canada College straight ahead? Billy T says, looking like old Winnipeg. Gorgeous home. Liberty Tree says yes. Janet asking if I have any special upcoming birthday plans. Not yet. Stock on the journey of learning. So this is one of the fanciest and most expensive private colleges around. I don't know how they feel about a dude walking through here with a camera in hand, but oh well. I have to turn around and leave, I will. JPS says starting to look cold. It's actually quite nice. This is an all-boys private school. Kind of the female equivalent. Havergal College is just to the north of here. Roll says, yes, it looks so nice. I think tuition with boarding here is like 60 grand a year. Something obscene. Magically ever, Melanie is here. There's a lot of old money sending their kids to this place. Arian says this neighborhood is quiet, but close to the subway line. Easy access, sounds like paradise. Yeah, it's not bad, eh? If you have deep enough pockets to afford it. My perfect neighborhood, though, has like a grocery store within 15 minutes walking. And some smaller markets and stuff on a main street. Well, I guess we're not too far from St. Clair, where there's a few supermarkets. That looks like rugby practice. Gridiron football. You'll notice this is a very Canadian football field. The end zones feature goalposts at the front. And there's two 50-yard lines because there's a center line. The field is actually 110 yards. And full-size Canadian football fields are so big that the end zones get rounded out when there's a running track around them. You'll notice the same thing where the Alouettes play at McGill College. They've got the same kind of funky end zone. I don't know if high schools here play 3 or 4 down football, though. I know Canadian colleges play 3 down. They don't really pass much in Canadian high school football, so I imagine it would be 4 downs. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. It's a gorgeous campus, though. There's soccer going on over there. Sort of grand entrance. They've got a cannon. Oh, they're just kicking soccer balls. I thought they were kicking rugby balls. This place could easily pass as like an Ivy League college in an American movie, I would think. If they wanted to film here, but they'll just use U of T. Downtown, I'm sure they've used this in various film productions, though. Sanjay and Kingston asking, should we delete these political comments? Well, there's never been, well, there hasn't been a rule about speaking politics for a long time. I just ask that you're respectful and don't attack one another or say anything hateful. This is a free speech zone. If you look at the rules, there's actually very little rules in the chat. Oh man, I could dunk on that net. It's like what, 7.5, 8 feet? Should we make a Johnny Slams compilation? Whippy Dude says it doesn't look like his high school. That's correct. Twisted Metal. There's someone in the chat you don't particularly care for. you can just block them and not see them again. All right, we're about to reconnect with Avenue Road here. New sports channel, Johnny Dunks. Hey, if you follow the knees over toes guys workout regime, you will increase your vertical, but I don't know how many 43-year-old men can go from just barely being able to grab the rim to getting up enough to dunk it doing that. I don't have a walk sign. You ever dunked while drunk? Negative? I don't think this button works. It's kind of like pressed in and it doesn't unpress. If you gave me one of those rebounders everyone seems to be using these days, I could probably dunk pretty good. Dave W says Johnny drinks is better. Such a beautiful early fall day in Toronto, correct? I don't know about early. We've been out of summer for a fair while now, but it's certainly a beautiful fall day. Oh man, I dig these corner balconies. Those are awesome. As much as I like my neighborhood, I could totally live in here. You do have a supermarket just to the south? Matthew asking what's my vertical? I don't know. Not very good today. I did some pretty heavy squats today. And my legs are knackered. Private property, no trespassing. Violators will be prosecuted. Oh no, I am trespassing now. That's kind of cool though. They got random chairs just out in their yard. Beautiful landscaping. I'm guessing this is not an apartment building, but an older condo. And probably a very expensive one, just based on the quality of landscaping. No balconies though, a bit of a deal breaker. That's the kind of unit where you don't hear your neighbors or kind of building. I trespassed. How does it feel to be on the run? Well, at least I'm not Johnny Somali. Every day I wake up and I'm very grateful I'm not that guy. There's some neat art. Sanjay says the Korean consulate is nearby. Yes, it's right across the street, actually. When I moved to Korea back in 2007, in order to get my visa approved, I had to do an interview there. I had to submit a criminal background check, as well as sealed transcripts from my university. I guess proof that I graduated. But the weird thing was, I had to get the sealed transcripts notarized. And when you think about it, like, what the hell is the point of that? I literally had to meet a lawyer who stamped and signed an envelope he couldn't open and look at. So what actually was the point? They could have been fake transcripts in there. It was a very pointless and stupid exercise, but they wanted me to do it, so I did it. There's the Korean consulate. Brooke asking where I went to university. I went to York. If you lived here, your nearest supermarket would be in that building straight ahead there, so not too far. You've got a streetcar in St. Clair, but you're also like a 7-8 minute walk to St. Clair Station. In the last few times I've streamed down this part of Avenue Road, I haven't done it in quite a while. We went south down the east side, so let's go south down the west side. As we walk by Glenn Gould Park, named after the legendary Canadian pianist who lived just a few blocks from here. Carlos says if you can use a fork, you can go to York. If you can walk and talk, you can go to Brock. I think almost every university had a saying like that. Shira says you're a huge fan of Glenn Gould. Hey, he lived right over there for most of his life in an apartment building. There's a statue of him on Front Street West in front of the CBC headquarters. Yeah, Liberty Tree, you can see yourself out after that one.
Given that such a large group, and of course we want.
Speaking of lame jokes and not lame jokes, we had some viewer call-ins with Halloween jokes on Sunday night over on the Johnny Stumbles channel. I've heard friends don't let friends go to York. I've heard them all. Claudia asking where I'm at. I'm in Toronto. More specifically, in front of the Avenue Road Music and Performance Academy and Round Public School, Junior, and City Community Center. Robert says I should work at Freedom Mobile. I'm thinking of swapping my Bell plan for a Freedom plan. Lately, the past several live streams, I've been using just Rogers. I've been having better luck with Rogers than I did with Bell. If I stream on my iPhone 15 Pro, I can combine the signals and channel bond them. When I stream on this camera, I can only use one network. So I'm thinking of just getting Freedom as my second network when I need to channel bond. It's much cheaper, and then I'm not supporting Bell. It's kind of like win-win. This is Balmoral Avenue. Claudia says, go Freedom. Yeah, I've never had any problems when I used Freedom. I used them from like 2013 or 2014 all the way up until last year when I switched my main line over to Rogers, only because I could get 2 SIM cards on like a 170 gig deal for like $70 a month. Brooke asking, where in Canada will I travel next? I don't know. The next place I know for sure I'm traveling is not Canada. It's already all booked and paid for. That won't be until early next year. What a beautiful looking street. By the way, today's video is the last video on this channel I'm posting from my trip to Korea and Japan. I finally uploaded them all. I've still got a few videos I might post on the Johnny Stumbles channel. But unless I get desperate and I find myself with no content, I'm not going to post them on this channel. I've still got some videos to go. I even recorded the entire bullet train ride from Tokyo to Osaka looking out the window. But the problem is there's so many damn tunnels where you go into a long tunnel and then it's just my reflection holding a camera up. I think it's better if I edit those out, but I'm too lazy to go through it and do that. No worries. Appreciate a driver who waves. It's all about making eye contact and just being on the same page with other people. And if you can't do that, then just strictly follow whose right of way it is. What a gorgeous old building here. The Mayfair. It's even got a nice old name. They do not put details like that on newer buildings. Judy T says, hey, how about the Yankees? Could be swept tonight. Yeah. I watched the Yankee game last night. Tough night to be a New York sports fan. The New York Giants with one of the stupidest 2-point conversion attempts. Actually, one of the stupidest play attempts you'll ever see in football. Losing to the Steelers, and the Yankees getting their hiney kicked for the third game in a row by the Dodgers. I'm gonna have to get out tomorrow and make some content in this great weather. It's gonna be really nice tomorrow. There's gonna be a lot of fall colors to see. It'll be a good day to get a couple of videos done. How did I like the Holloway KO? Oof. Tough to watch. I'm curious though if Jones or Stipe pull out of their fight, if the other guy is going to go ahead and fight Aspinall. I think Tom is the best heavyweight in the planet and pummels either of them in 30 seconds, but it's a good legacy fight for Stipe and Jones. They both probably retire right after. Okay, we've been going downhill the whole time. This is a little NIMBY-led neighborhood called the Republic of Rathnally. As we've been going downhill the whole time. I wonder what the odds were for LA to sweep the series. I don't know. I remember a time when the odds were pretty good the Jays would land Ohtani. Remember all that fun before he signed with LA? Streets of Ontario is here. Marge, $6.99 for your Midwalk Espresso. Thank you, Marge, for the $6.99 to go towards a Midwalk Espresso. I've had 2 Keurig coffees today. I'm not going to give out details of my trip just yet. And it probably won't be a heavy YouTubing trip. Oh my goodness, look how gorgeous this street is. I don't think the camera is doing this justice, but these are just beautiful old homes. Beautiful fall colors. Does my mom watch my videos? I think once in a while.
I watch you on YouTube, Johnny.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
Hi, listen to your subscribers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
You live in this neighborhood?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so lucky.
Yeah.
Friendly subscriber? Randy Ruck says Yanks Dodgers on tonight. Friendly people, Republic of Rathnally. formalwill.ca, Canada's #1 site for online wills. Marion G says could never predict she would shout out the stream. She might not have realized who I was until I was very close. And then it's like, oh yeah, that guy's got a camera and he's talking to himself. That's definitely that idiot. We're about to head under the CP rail tracks. This is McPherson Avenue. McPherson Avenue is a gorgeous street, particularly between Avenue Road and Yonge Street. I think I'm giving myself an idea for a video tomorrow. Gorgeous street on this side as well. It's a bike rack, bike share. Looks like we have a few connection hiccups in this area. Hopefully that straightens itself out. Sorry guys for the few little hiccups there. It happens every now and then. Yeah, we are in an area with a low speed upstream. It is 9,000. We need 6 to stream smoothly and maintain the quality level. Sergeant Ryan Russell Park. Sad story behind Sergeant Ryan Russell. He was dragged to his death making a traffic stop. Nice little commemorative nod to him. But this is when is my trip to Japan. Hey, Canadian Vasily, how's it going?
Johnny,
Where are you going?
I'm going to snipe you.
Oh, are you live right now or just?
No, I'm just recording. Do you have any motivational words?
For your viewers?
Yes.
Get lots of sleep, exercise, eat healthy, eat your vitamins, say your prayer. What does Hulk Hogan say? I don't know.
Alright.
He says something along those lines.
Johnny's
It's-
tries
It's Canadian Vasily, longtime viewer and channel supporter, intercepting us as we go south down Avenue Road. Randy Ruck asking who loves Rush here. You're just in the area?
Yeah, I came down to. I was going home.
And you got off, what, at Bay Station or something?
I had the cars today, so. I was flying
Oh, you just parked up here?
somewhere.
been sniped. Medano says, say your prayers, eat your vitamins. The part Hulk Hogan forgot was the take your steroids part. Oh, cops got this motorcycle pulled over here, it looks like. That's his little steroids. Yeah, there's no way that guy wasn't on juice. Are you kidding me? That's the sad reality. A lot of our wrestling heroes from the 80s aren't with us anymore because they were juice heads. Donkey Balls is here. Greetings, Donkey Balls. Look at that place. Little feet, little faces. Part-time, full-time, after school. What if you've got like a kid who has giant feet and a big-ass head? Would they deny him? There's the dog father. This guy here is Canadian Vasily.
Yeah, I'm Canadian.
Hey, a CrossFit. Does any viewers do CrossFit? Apparently it's a bit of an injury factory if you're not doing things properly. And we're on DuPont. If you look on the roster of the WrestleMania 3, only 1/3 of the people on that show are alive, sadly. All right, Canadian Vasily. He is leading us. I think he just pulled over to do a snipe. Alex Willis says hello from Calgary. Alex says gym is way better. Yeah, CrossFit was kind of like one of those fads that ended up sticking around a bit. My brother does it. He's in his late 40s. Jeanette has friends who do CrossFit. You have no interest? I have no interest in doing high intensity stuff for a prolonged period. No, thank you. CrossFit, there's what? Also Orange Theory in F45. This is my cardio, just walking. And a few times a week, I'll push my heart rate all the way up by just sprinting up the stairs in my building, full out. It's healthy to max yourself out every once in a while, but that's the extent of any cardio I do. You avoid vigorous activity. Oh, Brad Palmer's here. Good evening, Brad Palmer. Good to hear from you. Thanks for dropping in. Andy Wood says, how many floors? I sprint as hard as I can up 10 floors. I'm not saying I live on the 10th floor, but I do that 2 or 3 times a week. Usually I do it when I bring laundry down to the basement and it's time to go back up, since I do that about once a week. Every once in a while when I go home and I'm not carrying groceries or anything, I bust out a sprint up the stairs. Hey, these bike lanes here were part of that rally and ride I was on a week ago. Dave W. says the Iron Sheik had a sad life. Was it Chris Benoit who flipped the cuckoo switch? Owen Hart fell from the rafters on a pay-per-view event and they kept the show running. Robin says, have I done the Sea Tower climb? No, but Kenny vs. Spenny has in their mini games competition. What's funny is that was one of their contests, and Kenny deliberately didn't walk up the stairs to tire Spenny out. But Spenny ended up winning, and Kenny's punishment was to go up the stairs. So Kenny's punishment was to do something that Spenny already did. I think that was part of the joke. Boswell Parquet. Look at this. Very nice little park that leads to this street here. Speaking of getting healthy and all that, where are we at? 87.67. One of these is an entrance to a Michelin star winning Japanese restaurant. That gorgeous street. You walked 9,500 steps today? You have no idea how? Maybe you were doing a certain activity with your wristwatch on, counting the steps. Old salt and pepper shake. Spa Medica. All right, do you guys want to cut through Yorkville Village or go along Bloor Street? What do you say, Bloor Street through the Mink Mile or Yorkville Village? I'm gonna make a left here. Daniel says, how do you keep tracks of your steps inside? I use my trusty watch here that currently says 9,014 on it. This watch is much better than my old Fitbit. I used to have to turn my Fitbit off whenever I rode my bike or e-scooter because at the end of the ride it would like give me an extra 800 steps just from being jostled around. This one does not register steps when I'm on my bike, so that's really nice. I can just leave it on. Part of the reason was I didn't turn my Fitbit into cycling mode. Too lazy to do that. But we're gonna head over to those buildings. Jeanette says Yorkville. Russell says Bloor Street. Alex says Yorkville. Simon says Bloor Street. Gaby says Yorkville. Uh-oh, it's a tough battle. Randy Ruck, Yorkville. Johnny's Package, Bloor. Yorkville by the Big Rock. Shanice says Bloor. Let's cut the difference. Let's go through Yorkville for a little bit, maybe to Belair, and then we'll head down to Bloor. We can accommodate everyone that way.
And then trying to cross the road. There's people coming in.
That lady on the phone literally just said, I'm trying to cross the road and there's people coming at me. What else is new? Welcome to Toronto. STK. So we're in Yorkville Village. And hello to all 577 of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Kind of glad I held off on streaming yesterday. It's been a gorgeous day to do it today. There's Chibo. I'm thinking let's cut through here. I don't come through here too often. We'll head down to Cumberland. Tuesday, half-price pizza at Chibo. BH and Co. Looks like they're doing a selfie in front of this guy. Is that a form of planking? Aloe bar. G says, in Yorkville already fast? We started off at Yonge and Eglinton, at the Yonge Eglinton Center. Went west along Eglinton for several blocks over to Avenue, and then it was Southdown Avenue, cutting through the Upper Canada College, all the way down to Yorkville Avenue, and then I just cut through a little alleyway down to Cumberland Terrace. Hemingway's Bar Patio Restaurant. Honkity honk. There's the big rock.
In the lower bowl. And access to the club. So that club.
I remember when this restaurant burnt down. Sassafras. Toronto's Mount Everest. I don't know about that, but it's certainly a big rock. There's an entrance to Bay Station. We're going to be heading down to Bloor. This is the Mink Mile. Hear those pesky bike lanes our fucking moron of a premier wants to rip out? Pardon my French, but it's well justified. I love all the people in the comments who end up saying, I don't ever see anyone using them. It's like, well, how about you take a look at some of the reports the city has released. These move more people than single vehicle cars. But sure, let's rip them out. As we approach Bloor and Bay. Single vehicle cars, single driver cars. Of course a vehicle is single. At one point in time, this was a scramble crossing. What I really think the city should do is re-implement the scramble crossing, but only do it during times of the day where there's a big volume of pedestrians. The same goes for Bloor and Yonge. That one is more justified, but at night, there's hardly anyone there crossing the street, particularly on like a weekday night. And yet traffic gets held up in all directions for them to run a scramble. I just think the city could be a lot smarter about implementing them. Hey, the steel drum guy is back. Johnny Mears to stand for $200 from our premiere, my fellow Ontarians. Yeah, just a small bribe. That will make absolutely no difference to anyone's life, but give him some good press. Val Costa says that's a good idea. I think it's a great idea. Like, their data showed that the scramble crossing at Bay and Bloor wasn't quite justified. But at a time of day like now, it is. So just run it as a scramble during peak hours. Yonge and Dundas probably needs to be a scramble 24/7, but at night, Yonge and Bloor doesn't even need it. Hey, Amazon just shipped my package. Sweet. It has left the facility and will be delivered tomorrow. Have you noticed on Amazon now you can actually like follow the package to your home when it's out for delivery? It'll show where it is on a map and how many stops there are to go. Yesterday it had the package. It was like, your package is one stop away. And there was a dot on the street next to my building. And I looked out my balcony, and sure enough, there was an Amazon van with a guy getting into it right where the little dot was. So if you're a really advantageous, you could go like snipe your Amazon delivery guy. He's still probably not going to give you the package, but there's an idea for a video when I'm super bored. Billy T says, I love that. I like it too. Because it gives me some sense of where when it's coming. Especially if it's like a more expensive item or something I need right away. I'll know, is it worth like going out this afternoon and then hoping it's there when I get back, or should I just wait for it? More pesky cyclists. There's some kind of protest going on? What's this all about? No to execution. Are they protesting execution? It has warranted multiple police cars. Alright, well, this does not appear to be a Canadian matter. There's a look south down Yonge Street. No to executions. I would say no to unjustified or unwarranted executions. Mel says, what's that all about? I don't know what it's about, eh?
Why, oh, everyone was...
We are walking now on Bloor Street East. John feels like shopping at Amazon for some reason. I mostly buy stuff from there that I just would have got from a big box retailer or a supermarket chain. So I don't feel too guilty. There is a Nike store coming soon. Right there. There's the W Hotel. Heinzel says, woo, made it to the stream. We are 97 minutes in. You'll have to pay your late fees. I think Vivian Johnson is currently collecting late fees. I don't know what the currency is. Maybe peak freens. No knockoffs, please. Is there anything more disappointing than an imitation peak freens? Ooh, there's Chipotle. Don't give me any ideas.
We're gonna go get Halloween cards.
But, Heinzel, thank you for tuning in. But unfortunately, you got here just as I am pulling the plug on this. I want to thank everyone who did tune in. I want to thank everyone for their support, including David Warren. Holy shit, thank you so much. I want to thank our mods. I saw Marge here, Vivian, and Sanjay and Kingston. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I go live next. I don't know when that is, unfortunately. I never do, but probably within a few days. Vivian says, with chocolate filling, do not pass them by me. There you go. She has spoken. Heinzel, you can give your late fees to Vivian. Thank you, Vivian. Johnny's Package, Cam, Noble Cost, Russell, Arian G, Brad Palmer, Liberty Tree, Alex, Daniel, Jellybean, and everyone else. Thank you so much. I gotta get ready to put the stream into instant death mode here, so when I turn the camera off, it will cut out shortly after. There'll be a video tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST on this channel, as there are most days, but I'll probably do a live one of these mornings